boys and girls, and welcome to Gordon Guitar. So we have James Arthur here in the channel with his song called September, brand new. And this is a lovely love song and pretty easy to play, and we love those kind of songs. So let's start. First off, the capo set here on the 2nd fret, and we need to learn only 4 chords. So let's start with those. The first chord here is the C add 9. Sounds harder than it is to take, so let's start with the A string here, 3rd fret there. The next is the 2nd fret on the D string, then open G string, 3rd B string, and open E. Then let's move on with the G chord here. So 3rd on E, 2nd on A, open D, open G, 3rd B, and 3rd E. And then we have the D sus2. So open D, 2nd G, 3rd B, and open E. And the final chord is the E minor 7. So open E, 2nd A, 2nd D, open G, 3rd B, and open E. And if you notice there, we have this note here. It's the D note here on the 3rd fret B string. It's called D, and that one is with us through the whole chord progression. It will be in every chord here. And this chord progression, the C add 9, the G, the D sus2, and the E minor 7, that will be the chord progression for the whole song here. So pretty easy to remember. C add 9, G, D sus2, and E minor 7. But we need to learn how to play these chords, so let's start with the strumming here. You can think this as a pair of chords. So the C and G is one pair, and the D and the E minor is one pair. Yeah, the C add 9 and the G. D sus2 and E minor 7. So if we look at the first chords there, the C and the G, it will be 6 downs on the C. So 6 downs there, and 9 downs on the G. And if you notice there, I'm not just playing full downstrokes like this, so I alternate. So for the C, it will be the first 2 will be on the bass, the next will be on the top strings, and the next 2 again will be on the bass, and the last on the top. So bass, bass, top, bass, bass, top for the C chord. So, and since we have this note here, this 3rd on the B string through all the chords, that means that this one, if you can emphasize this note a little bit extra, so you don't play that much on the last string, the last E there. So try to land on the B string here as the last string you're strumming. So yeah, bass, bass, top, bass, bass, top. Then we move to the G here. We said 9 downs for the G. And it's also divided into bass and top strings. So the first 3 there, downs, will be on the bass. Then top. Then bass, bass, top, bass, top. So 3 first on the bass, the 4th on the top, the 5th and the 6th on the bass, the 7th on the top, the 8th on the bass, and the 9th on the top. So yeah, and the next pair will have the same pattern there, and that will be the D to the E minor 7. So the D sus2 there will be also there, down 6 times, bass, bass, top, bass, bass, top. And the E minor 7 will be bass, 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 top, bass, bass, top, bass, top. So it's the same pattern there for C, G, and with the D and E minor. So one chord progression a bit slow will sound like this. And in standard tempo, something like this. Yeah, and so on. And since this is the chord progression for the whole song here, there's no need for me to go over the different parts there from verse, pre-chorus, and chorus. We'll just check on how many rounds we'll play for each part there. So for the first verse there, we'll play 4 rounds of the C, G, D, and E minor. So 4 rounds there for the first verse. Then the pre-chorus will be 2 rounds. And the chorus will be 3 rounds. And on the last round in the chorus there, on the 3rd round, you just land on the D. You're gonna play the full part of the D, so. And then you're not gonna play the E minor, because that will be just the part where you'll sing "I'd Start a Family with You," and that is kind of a pause when it comes to the instrumental part there. No strumming for the E minor on the last round. Yeah, so it goes on there for the second verse. Only 2 rounds there. And the second pre-chorus, 2 rounds, the same as the first. And the last chorus there will be 4 rounds. And then we have this instrumental part, kind of an interlude there. And it will consist of still the same chords, the C, G, D, and E minor, for 2 rounds. But there's also kind of an other instrument there, which is playing a solo, so to speak. So we can go through this part, and it will sound something like this. So it's played on the E string through the whole solo, and it's based on these chords as we mentioned. So the first chord will be on C, and then onto the G, then D, then the E. So how do we play this part? Yeah, it starts here on the 3rd fret, E string. You're gonna play 7 times there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you go up here to the 5th fret 4 times. Then to the 2nd fret 5 times. Then to the 3rd fret 3 times. 5th fret 2 times, 7th fret 2 times, and then the 2nd fret it will be 6 times, and the open string 3 times. So in context it will sound like this. And the chords, if we want to know when the chords kicks in this melody here, you will start with the C. So you will play the C for all these 7 times on the 3rd E string here. So then when you move up to the 5th fret here, that is where the G comes into the picture. and also during the 2nd fret there. Then when you move up back here to the 3rd fret, you come to the D. Even here on the 5th fret. And also still on the 7th fret. But when you come back to the 2nd fret here, that's where the E comes in. So slowly, if we kind of use more than just the bass for the chords, I can try to play the kind of the full chord here. It will be. Yeah, it could be better. It was kind of spontaneous, just to show you how it's played and where the chords comes in. Yeah, so this is played for 2 rounds. So C, G, D, and E minor. This is melody for 2 rounds. And then there's a final chorus there, 3 rounds. And, no, sorry, 4 rounds. And that kind of ends this song. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please thumb up. Or leave a comment, whatever you want to say there. I'm open for it. And don't forget, play tuned.